What's up, everyone? Welcome to your favorite Thursday night wrestling and podcast, regularly scheduled Hostilities with your host, the legendary Chuck Winchester, the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, Yvonne DeBoard, and still the reigning, defending RSH champion for 571 days and counting of the world, Josh DeBoard. It is another legendary night with RSH Wrestling. Thanks to you all for joining. It's kind of it's a big week because it's the last week of this year, 2021. Can't believe that. I think it's still 2020, because that year lasted forever. And it's gonna be 2022, and it's still gonna feel like 2019 and 2020. It does. Because COVID and
It's back.
Yeah, it's not going away. However, they did just change the guidelines, so it's only 5 days now instead of 10 days. So whatever the fuck that means. But doesn't matter.
It's going to get to the point where it doesn't. There's like, fuck it. You have COVID, you don't, whatever.
It doesn't matter. Events are back. We're still going places. People are back. Fans are back. Events are happening. John Mulaney's coming to Cincinnati in March, and I'm going. It's going to be awesome. John Mulaney. You don't know who John Mulaney is? Oh man, he's got 3 stand-ups on Netflix. Get on there and check it out. The Comeback Kid, fantastic. The one weird one, I forget the name of it. It's awesome. He did just divorce his wife, so this one's going to be a little bit different. But still, shit's back. But who's not back? Tony Storm. That's a big news of the last 24 hours.
Yeah, she was trending yesterday. And I was like, what the fuck she doing?
Yeah.
Like, she got that.
Well, I mean, she was fighting against Charlotte for the women's title on Friday. Yep. So, it makes sense that she'd be trending, for those reasons.
Yeah, she has to be released. She was
very interesting.
Burnt out.
It happens. I get burnt out all the time. I just couldn't imagine leaving that kind of paycheck though, because I'm burnt out. Yeah. But I don't know. We don't live their lives, so it doesn't matter what we think.
I don't know. I don't understand. I'm with you. It's like if you need some time off.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they've always been accommodating. Actually, most wrestlers say they're pretty accommodating for time off. Give me a month. They're like, okay, we'll bring you back at the Rumble.
Sure.
Absolutely. Each their own. Hopefully she's happier.
And then with her being I don't know, but she was in the main event. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to look at my phone while we're talking. I'm just trying to share this shit on the Twitter.
We gotta have more people than Phil comment.
Goldberg's not a wrestler. He's not commenting.
Hey, Phil, 83 weeks, Eric Bischoff. It's 3 hours about Goldberg. You might be one of the few people that actually really enjoy that.
I did enjoy. I finished season 2 of not the Attitude Era, the other one, the Ruthless Aggression.
I haven't watched the Shawn Michaels one.
We haven't.
As much as
that's great.
I never got into Shawn Michaels at all.
I didn't either.
How did you not get into Shawn Michaels?
I think he might be on my overrated list next week.
How is Shawn Michaels overrated?
He's all right.
Oh, we'll have to.
That's going to be great for next week.
Boring.
It's not.
I'm sexy. Let me take off my shirt and pull my dick out.
He almost got assassted in Canada because he made them hate him so much. He formed D-Generation X.
His character's a little bit better than Val Venus.
No, he is the heart. Have you seen his matches?
Yeah,
they're phenomenal.
Yeah, he kicked Ric Flair right to TNA.
He's Mr. WrestleMania. Come on.
This will be interesting next week.
And you know what, Phil? It may not matter what I think, but at least I'm here on a microphone. Nobody even sees or hears what you think. So break it down.
I like how ESPN will bring on Goldberg is the guest picker. Goldberg went to Georgia, so I wonder who the fuck Goldberg's picking to win the Michigan-Georgia game.
To be fair, Goldberg's still living off that fucking 1990s fame while Bray Wyatt is current fame. Fuck Goldberg. How about that? And fuck football, too. Who cares about game day? What is this, 2004? We've all moved on.
The playoffs are tomorrow. Michigan's in the playoffs.
Oh,
and Ohio State is not.
So is UC. What?
You see, Michigan plays at 7:30. So my whole 2022 is going to be dictated off. If Michigan wins, I'm fucking crying at home by myself. They're not going to leave me the fuck alone. Michigan wins, mom and dad's have to come get me out of jail.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I know
I'm
UC's
going-
going to lose because they're playing Alabama and Alabama.
I don't know.
I mean, I
don't
hope
know.
so. But I actually went to the Sugar Bowl in 2010 when it was almost the same similarities, UC versus Florida. I was hopeful.
Last year it was UC versus Georgia. They only lost by 2.
That's a good point. They're better than 2010. You're right.
And Georgia is very good.
They're better than 2010. I'm going to watch it.
It still baffles me when I get texts from my friends like, "Hey, what time are you going to meet to watch Michigan play in the playoffs?" I'm like, "Wait, Michigan? Oh shit!
Yeah,
I was awake for that."
it's a big deal, man. So like potentially, I don't really know. I didn't look at the bracket. Could it potentially be UC versus Michigan next week?
They win tomorrow.
I like that. You can make that happen. I like that a lot.
We're either gonna get UC versus Michigan or fucking Bama Georgia again. Which
Nobody wants
like
that.
they play each other twice a year.
Yeah,
And then they play like
in the championship.
No, like they play during the season.
Sure.
And they play in the SEC championship. Now they get to play in the goddamn national
It's
championship.
terrible.
Too much Alabama.
That's boring.
Too much
That's a
Alabama.
lot.
Like imagine the fucking money that would be made if Michigan or UC swept in there. People would be more interested.
I think Michigan UC people would be more interested. It'd be like Michigan UC, Michigan Bama, because it's just
Sure,
the name
same
brand.
shit.
But
Yeah.
then Cincinnati Georgia rematch. And then at the very bottom, I mean, it can't be fucking anything else because Michigan's already playing Georgia, but
Sure.
there's only so many combos. That should be interesting.
Should
I
be.
won't be off work by the time the Cincy game starts, I don't think.
I'm working until 6, so I'll probably have it on while I'm working.
Oh yeah, 4:30.
Yeah.
The Michigan game's at 7:30, so that should be pretty cool. My buddy's leaving town. He's moving to New Jersey to go to a wrestling school.
Nice.
He does indie shit. He's actually a
That's
tag team
badass.
champion. They just wrote him off of the show
cool.
last week. He got attacked by a steel chair, took him to the head.
That's pretty fucking
So,
awesome.
yeah,
Why has he not been on the show?
I
Why are you hiding from us?
he doesn't follow. He said, "Is CM Punk still the WWE champion?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're not caught up."
Oh,
So-
God,
so he's just doing his own thing in the
Yeah,
wrestling
he
world.
doesn't really. He's like, Roman Reigns sucks. I was like, "Yeah, you're
I
not
agree with
coming
him.
on."
I agree.
No,
All right,
they're not-
anyway.
not coming off of that comment.
What do
Absolutely
we
not.
start with?
Back to wrestling.
So we got 2 things today.
Invite me on the podcast and I'll show up. Just the real ones just show up. You gotta cash that shit in.
Yeah, just don't be like Bennett message at like 6:07. Like, hey, you got room?
Yeah, I mean, you'll be a little bit more prepared than that. I get it.
So we got our top 5 this week are the top 5 things we want to see happen in 2022, and then we have the first top. So watch me lose my belt on the first fucking day of 2022 after having it all
gonna
of
happen.
2021 and
Well-
most of 2020.
There's one person who could do that,
Well, actually, there's 2.
and I suck, but somebody's holding a briefcase that can make this happen easier than what I can do. So I've got a busy schedule. I need a formal invite. That's what it's like in the life of a champion.
Oh, my Lord.
This motherfucker. All right, if
Don't
you say
take the
so.
bait. Don't take the bait.
I know you park your car by your dad's house. I'll fucking egg it. But yeah,
Oh,
man.
dude, I had that egging a couple weeks ago. Two of my buddies, one's a Titans fan, one's a Steelers fan, and the
Oh, nice.
loser got to throw eggs at the other one.
That's
Oh my
fun.
They got pissed off, and it ended up becoming some kind of
fight.
war. But they both left them sit outside so they wouldn't bust.
Oh,
So
nice.
all you hear is, "Poof," and like it's hitting their fuck.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey, don't throw eggs. It's not fun.
Yeah, I've never actually thrown eggs at people, but I'd like to. I mean, sounds like fun. I love throwing aborted fetuses at people.
What do you guys want to start with? The pay-per-view? There ain't a shit ton that really happened this week.
I mean, yeah,
Kevin Owens beat up the Hurt Business.
yeah. I watched Raw. I liked MVP. MVP is great as always. Even though he's a douchebag and sucks. But
I know it's coming.
I thought it was interesting. Yeah, he's the idiot. He can't even keep his champion. He can't even keep his boy as champion with his little hookers. But
Do you have any goals of who to get trolled by from WWE in 2022?
it's not even a goal. It's
Are you
just I
gonna
just
tweet
talk and
Roman
they
like, I don't acknowledge you, bitch. And he'll be like, shut up, pussy. or
It's not
something.
my fault that their entrance is the hoe train. I didn't make
They
that
got rid of
entrance.
the hose.
Well, they should bring him back.
You told him to get rid of it.
Well, then he lost his championship. So why are you listening to me for?
He's losing everything, ain't he?
Fuck. But I thought it was weird that Big E wasn't there because he's the champion. Was he not?
Yeah.
Was he not doing there?
With COVID, they might have just keep him isolated because
Wants to be
reports
around.
are Seth had it.
Oh, I got you.
So-
Is that why he wasn't there?
I think so.
I got you. So I mean that makes sense. Whatever. But I liked Owens. He was good. The Hurt Business. It was funny how Owens called him out.
Yeah.
did,
He was
yeah.
like, "This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen,"
I like that.
and then this happens. Kevin Owens on top of his game right now.
He is.
Him and
Absolutely.
Sami Zayn. So the only
Mhm.
really big Friday was kind of a dull SmackDown.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it was.
Tony Storm, Sami Zayn won.
Yeah.
So that was
He
cool to
did.
see.
That was nice.
And that was really all that happened.
That
There was a lot of
really is.
bitching at the Paul Heyman interview where he
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
maybe my career's over. Maybe I'll go down to NXT and bring somebody up and start from
He
scratch.
could.
Sure.
And then Ciampa tweets at him with a gif of himself going.
Ah,
So like,
So-
knows?
which won't happen, but
No.
One thing I saw on Facebook last week, and so I thought it was a spoiler for last week. So maybe you guys can fill me in here. But I saw a spoiler that was Paul Heyman attacking Roman Reigns with a steel chair. Did you guys see that at all?
Uh-uh.
And so I saw that. It was like a spoiler for SmackDown because it was taped. So I was like, oh, maybe we'll see it. And then it didn't happen. So I'm like, did this just not happen?
I don't
Was
think
it at a house show? Was it like after the episode went off the air? Like, just, but I didn't see the video. I just saw a screenshot of Paul Heyman hitting Reigns with a steel chair. And I assumed it would be on SmackDown and it wasn't.
It was just an
so,
interview.
It was just
so I don't know, but I don't know where that came from.
Not a lot happened on SmackDown.
Tony Storm lost to Charlotte. They always do those 6-man happy fight on Elm Street things.
Yeah,
where
that gimmick
dump-
match.
I mean, it
Mhm.
sends the crowd home happy. It's the holidays.
It was the 20,
Yeah.
what, with the milk.
yeah,
fucking
Madcap
talk.
Moss and
Miracle.
Corbin
on
got
34th.
shit pulled. I mean,
Yeah.
it sends the family home happy for the holidays. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
I mean, holiday shows are always kind of boring.
they do that shit every year. And then Raw was basically Kevin Owens.
Yep.
It was the
Becky
KO
Lynch
show
and
again.
Liv just had some video packages. Not a lot really happened.
Well, we have the you guys talked earlier. The AJ Styles shit was good, right?
Oh, Grayson Waller.
Grayson
yeah,
Waller, yeah, he
they,
was on there, yeah.
he's their guy.
And
He
then of
is.
course the
Randy
wedding
Orton
vows. Oh, Randy Orton was fun. Him and-
Randy Orton fought Otis.
Yep, and they actually hugged.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
cool,
yeah,
man.
That was cool. Yeah, we got to talk the wedding too.
Randy
Yeah.
just looks so happy, doesn't
He
he?
does, yeah.
It's like
He,
Jesus
he
Christ.
enjoys working with Riddle.
And like he pretended to do the RKO and stuff.
Oh,
Like, you know,
dude,
they're
did you see
joking.
what happened in NXT?
I didn't watch it next day.
All right, so MSK's in the ring talking shit to Imperium
Oh.
because MSK is going to challenge him for the title. So Walter pops up
He
on
did.
screen,
Oh.
He got
and then
sidelined.
Riddle pops up.
on the other
Oh,
one.
he's like,
on the
"Yo,
other
bro, you European douchebag."
I'll have to fucking watch
And
that.
so now it's Riddle and MSK versus Walter and Imperium
Walter's coming,
this
yeah.
Tuesday on New Year's
side.
Eve.
Yep.
AJ Styles is going to be there to fight Grayson Waller.
That's a big show.
That's
So,
what he
and
gives,
then,
style.
Ciampa and Braun Breaker for the NXT title. They're unifying. They're finally doing away with the cruiserweight shit. So they're
Finally.
unifying the cruiserweight and the North American title.
I like
so
that.
Carmelo Hayes and Roderick Strong.
That's a good one too.
Then you got a triple threat for the Mandy Rose, Cora Jade, and Raquel Gonzalez
Yep.
for the women's title. So it's like another pay-per-view.
Another
after-
good pay-per-view.
And that's gonna be on Tuesday.
And you got AJ Styles, Riddle, and Walter.
Dude, that's
on
hard to-
NXT.
Can't beat
That's hard to
that.
pass up. I might have to watch this past episode
That'd be
and
good.
next week's episode.
Here
I dig
goes-
that. Yeah, I haven't really watched a lot
Yeah,
of it, but yeah.
Waller is.
Yes, he is. Yep.
They have big plans for him. He's already on Raw.
Is that the guy who has the weird face that they keep showing on the internet? Like, does he?
He's the guy that came on Raw. That you didn't. You said
Yeah,
you didn't
apparently
fucking
Hulu
have
cut it. I need to get real real TV. I'm gonna fucking look real quick here. I'm gonna look at Waller's face. You guys can keep talking. I was supposed to see what Waller looks like. I'm pretty sure I know who
I'm
he
sorry.
is.
A Patriot was trending on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh God damn it! He better not have COVID." All right, he don't.
Waller NXT. All right, guys. So just make sure I'm in the same
Yeah, he's new.
Yeah,
on the
he's
same
a new guy.
page. Like, I don't know why they would have cut that on WWE. Yeah, that's who I thought it was. I don't know why they would have cut that segment
That was a pretty good segment.
with AJ Styles.
And then AJ Styles beat Apollo Crews. So AJ Styles
Yeah.
is talking to Apollo Crews, and then Apollo Crews goes, "Oh, you can fight my monster tonight." So they go to commercial and come back, and he's
Yeah.
fighting Apollo Crews. So it's like I thought he was fighting Commander
Exactly.
Aziz because that's what they announced
Oh.
before they went.
Come from commercial.
Like
somebody else.
somebody put on
Wow.
Twitter like, "Oh, Vince ain't backstage. Somebody's back there drunk booking Raw."
Exactly.
Sounds about right.
It's like,
Yeah.
"You're fighting Aziz." No, I said Apollo, and I was like, "Give me fucking someone." And they're like, "Why is this NXT guy here? Did you guys tell him to show up?"
What's going
I
on?
thought I was fighting Omos.
Look up Waller attacks Gargano on YouTube later.
Yeah, he
All right.
did the whole chair around the neck and Gargano's tenure. He
Oh, I
got-
saw that. That's that
Put
way
him
he
through
he
the
threw him into the pool.
table,
too.
I did see that
so
actually.
he got massive heat from that.
Oh,
and he's
God.
been building off that. Now he's hitting on Dexter Lumis's wife.
Nice.
He was kicked out of the
Nice.
locker room No superstar wants to be.
Yeah,
around
he's
him.
getting Miz treatment backstage
Like,
in segments.
that's
Like,
pretty
you can't
cool.
come in this locker room. Get the fuck out of
He's
here.
getting storyline
Yeah.
gimmicks.
They're like, get your stuff out here. We don't want you here.
I like how Missy bring that shit up to the edge, and they're just like, "Well, I tried to fucking tell you,
Yeah.
douche."
Yeah, so Eric
Let him-
Bischoff is
Yeah. Yep, he was.
Randomly,
there.
Yeah.
I don't know. He hasn't on his podcast. He hasn't even been. He said he's got some things in the works, and he had to come up. I should have put it together because he said I have to go up to Detroit.
that's why I've been talking shit
But it's
about
like-
AEW. He wants to get back on WWE, get that
Yeah.
WWE money.
Well,
Right.
he's got the freedom to do both.
Well, that's what's cool.
He's
Like,
been
dude,
on it. He's been on AEW.
He has,
a few
absolutely.
times,
He
hasn't
has. Yeah.
and he's been on TNA.
Well, Tony Khan's not very thrilled with him right
I think
I'm
it's
sure not.
Eric Bischoff. Honestly, I think he has. When it comes to being like in professional wrestling, I think he honestly has the best life right now because he is welcome pretty much everywhere.
Uh-huh.
He has his own
Yeah.
podcast,
So,
and he just does wrestling. all
now.
the time.
2.4 miles away from where the Royal Rumble's happening, he's doing a fan event.
That's pretty cool.
He's been promoting it. It's at 5:30. He said, "Come down." It's from 5:30 to 6:30. You have time
Nice.
to come to that and go straight to the show. He said it's 2.4 miles away from the arena, so you don't even have to drive.
I can walk that. Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
he's doing a lot of shit.
Keep
He
that
is,
shit in
he is
mind.
living his best life.
He is.
Yeah, I mean, and like he was one. You know, he was part of the Monday Night Wars. He was WCW obviously versus
He's
WWE.
officiated a couple WWE weddings, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
but
yeah.
then you know after that, after he failed with WCW, you know, I say failed because they lost the wars and WWE bought him,
Mhm.
but he still went right to WWE after that,
Yeah.
and then he made a big name for himself, and he's still this relevant
I
in
like
2021.
backstage, he's like 3 minutes. And he was like, somebody say 3
I love
minutes.
that
And I was
3 minute
like, oh,
warning
fuck.
Yeah, that 3 minute. I'll never forget the 3 minute warning. That was fucking cool. Unfortunately, they're both passed away. But I remember that music.
Mhm.
That was good shit. Yeah, Bischoff has the best life, I think, when it comes
And
to
Edge
professional
came
wrestling.
out and did the Brood.
Yeah, the
Dun,
See,
dun,
look,
dun,
when
dun.
when the music first hit, I was like, oh shit, he brought Gangrel.
It
Because
could
I was expecting Beth to come out,
be- yeah.
like I think
So was
everybody
I.
else
Sure.
was too.
Mhm.
But then the Brood music hit, I was like, oh fuck, he's gonna really fuck with him. Gangrel's here.
Then he gets out of the ring. I'm like, okay, something's. Then he's looking up. I'm like, okay, something's
Yeah.
happening.
Then the
now.
Brood music.
I
and
knew
was
right
like,
away.
"Ah,
it
it's
was
gonna be
blood.
blood.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
it was cool because we're not going to get Beth Phoenix until after his match.
Is that gonna be what we get? Is a mixed fucking tag
At the
match
Rumble,
at
my
Res-
guess.
at
That's what we're
at
gonna
Rumble?
The Rumble.
Could be.
I don't think they'll drag that out to WrestleMania. It's still 3
No.
months away.
See, I don't like. Maybe I'm just fucking old fashioned, but like when the Rumble, I don't want to see people fight and then see them in the Rumble.
And that they've always
Like,
done that though. I
wanna
agree
see-
with that.
It'll be Brock and Roman again, or
Yep.
whatever. Brock,
Mhm.
Roman, Drew, whatever the fuck they want to do. Then they're done.
Yep.
And then you have Charlotte versus whoever. Then they're done. And Becky versus whoever, or Liv and whoever, and they're done. Like you don't see those
Sure.
11 people again.
Right.
If you have an Intercontinental title match, I don't want to see them in it either.
Yep.
No.
But
That's how it used to be.
Yeah, not really.
But
I mean,
that- it was only a few years ago where fucking Roman lost the fucking title match and he's coming out 30th
See,
in the Rumble. and
that's
it's
where
like,
I don't like. See, back in the day, I remember if
like,
you
if
were
you lose the title match, you don't just get to
Right.
go right in the fucking
Right,
Rumble.
if you were in the heavyweight divisions, like if you're in the heavyweight title matches, then you don't belong. But if you're in a regular singles
Mhm.
match, then you do belong. Like, you know, if let's say it was just like Rollins versus Randy Orton
Mm-hmm.
in a regular singles match, those guys would be in the Royal Rumble.
I just
still.
think with the Rumble being so fucking long and you have 2 of them now. So if you have 2 Rumbles, you have 2 championships for men, 2 championships for women. That's 6 matches. 2 of them's going to take it over an hour.
Sure.
Yep.
You can't
Mhm.
just do those 6 matches. You have to have fucking Damian Priest versus Dolph Ziggler and then have them both in the Rumble too. It's like,
Yep.
no, do that
No.
shit on Raw like
Yeah.
they did this week.
I agree.
Priest beat Ziggler by DQ or some shit. And then
He did,
now
yeah.
Priest ain't on day one.
I've
which is
never
fine.
liked seeing people do
Like,
doubles.
The
but
Rumbles, both Rumbles are going to be like an hour and a half,
Yep.
at least a little bit over
probably,
an hour.
yeah.
So if you're doing a 3-hour, 4-hour show, 4 title matches, both women, both men,
Yep.
and 2 Rumbles, one man was that's enough.
Yep.
You don't
Personally,
need
I
a
agree.
U.S. title match.
I agree,
Do
man.
that shit secondary on
I
the
agree.
shows before.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
think I think with the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, especially, they should really
With
focus on the
NXT
Rumble.
If they're focusing on NXT 2.0 like they claim they are, Braun Breaker should be in the Royal Rumble. This
Absolutely.
Grayson Waller kid should be in the Royal
Yeah.
Rumble. Carmella, there should be 4 to 6 NXT people in these Royal
Should
Rumbles
be.
just to throw somebody out and get, oh shit,
Make 'em look
who
good.
is this guy? I
Yeah.
might want to watch NXT.
Mhm.
I think
Like if Grayson Waller somehow sneaks a win against an AJ Styles,
like
it's
they did
like,
God,
with
yeah.
Keith
Oh,
Lee
shit.
against Brock Lesnar a couple years ago.
yeah, but they don't. Fucking Vince hated Keith Lee. for
I know,
some
but that
reason.
was but how
He
awesome
did.
was
But
that?
yeah,
though?
that worked.
Like
They
it was,
can do that kind of moment
Right.
too.
Mhm.
I honestly think Grayson Waller probably wrestles at WrestleMania this this year.
I would assume people
Then
seem to love
somebody
him.
like Austin Theory,
Yep.
Yeah, he's doing well.
because like he's Vince's kind of project on screen.
Yep.
He is.
And he wasn't on screen this week, but
Mhm.
with COVID and shit, and they said it's been running rampant backstage again. So
Oh,
But I
now
did
we're back
see-
to the whole: are they here because they're pissed at him, or are they here not here because they have COVID and
Sure.
they won't
Mhm.
tell us?
Yeah, that's fair. I did see too. Again, I have no idea it's true. I saw it on Facebook, so it must be true. But I saw that WWE might stop doing COVID testing
They
with their
did.
wrestlers. That's crazy, right?
That is crazy.
Hey, as a selfish wrestling fan, fuck it. And
I-
Vince, and like the reports are Vince, like, don't give a fuck. Like
Wow.
he's like, all right, it's been long enough. Like,
Sure, he has a
now we're all
moneymaker.
vaccinated.
As a
and
moneymaker.
it's still not enough.
But dude, Roman Reigns is his boy, and Roman Reigns
has not been at a live event since
Yep.
for a week and a half.
That's what I'm saying.
He
Like,
wasn't on SmackDown this week.
that's what I'm saying.
They
With-
said there's a huge angle planned for day one between him, Paul, and Brock.
boy.
And
and he's not going to fuck with his health, as he's
No,
already, he's
no,
already
he's not.
mentioned.
He shouldn't,
came off
uh-uh.
leukemia. He shouldn't.
He
But
shouldn't, absolutely.
So I thought that was kind of a unique, especially with all, you know, with their public, because they're a public company and all
Yeah.
of their people, like they want to make everything look kosher, and not doing COVID tests anymore does not look good in the public opinion eye. So I
No,
thought
it
that was
don't.
an interesting move.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And then I think like Vince will go fuck what the public.
At the
thinks.
same time, he's making $1 billion. You know, he's a billionaire. He's a
Like
psychopath
he
billionaire.
just releases half his roster, then goes on and says, "I love releasing people around the holidays."
Yeah, that's.
It's like
He loves
I
firing.
mean, that's
people.
different.
Look at that.
That's different though. That's releasing people's not going to affect
Wow.
your show. Yeah, that's pretty something.
Walter.
Throw that on the screen. People let them know what we're looking
yeah,
at.
fuck them.
Walter's a scary dude. Oh my God, you don't want to
Walter's big
You wouldn't
motherfucker.
want to scare.
Dude,
mess
Walter's
with
a
Do you
beast.
all want to start with the predictions for day one or the stuff we want to see?
Let's do predictions and then let's do New Year.
We'll end with the New Year's.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so don't get too excited. This was just added
Uh-oh.
to the
Wait
card.
till you hear
No.
what this is.
Ridge Holland
Oh, for
and
Pete's
Sheamus, or it's Ricochet and Cesaro, will be on the WWE Day One kickoff show.
Oh, for Pete's.
That's kind of funny because I actually have a couple of these guys mentioned in my what I want going into next year. So
Oh,
that's how it
boy.
works. Yeah, who you guys got?
I don't give a fuck.
It's going to be Cesaro and Ricochet. It's going to be
Yeah.
Because they're
The
going to
good guys are gonna
a face win for the pre-show.
Ricochet.
Yeah, it gets. I mean, the first two are pretty easy. I think Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre.
I think he squashes it.
I have no idea who the fuck Madcap Moss
He's the guy
is.
who walked around with Corbin.
Oh, that fucking idiot. All right.
Oh my God.
Fair
The
enough.
one that makes jokes at quarter.
All right. So
Are we actually going to see somebody get impaled by Drew McIntyre's sword?
maybe
at some
Could
point,
be.
trying.
Because I want to
He's
see
trying,
it.
yeah.
I want to see somebody trip on accident and just get fucking
At
hit.
some point, he's gonna be like, "I'm sick of getting fucked out of my belt."
just,
Just
Just
slices
jab
at him.
somebody.
just like accidentally impale somebody.
You better take off. Make sure you get your shields on.
All right, this one hasn't been announced, but it might be.
It's going to probably.
Yeah, we got 1 week. We got one night left.
Yeah.
Yep.
The IC title, Nakamura and Sami Zayn. I'm going Zayn getting that title
Sami
back.
Zayn.
If that match happens,
Sami Zayn is. Look, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn both have expiring contracts. KO is like running Raw again. Sami Zayn is fucking hanging out with Brock Lesnar.
That's
Like,
true.
They're both trending upward right now. I think Zayn gets his belt back.
He's getting his belt
He's
back.
been the best IC champion they've had on SmackDown forever.
Absolutely.
Even when he left and came back with the belt.
With
Remember
the
when he left?
original
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, he had the
Before-
original one.
he came
yeah.
back with it.
He left because of COVID.
Yeah, that's
I
classic.
think he gets his belt back.
I
And he
do
just becomes an arrogant prick.
I'm going to be the odd man out. I'm going to go with Nakamura because his conspiracy theory shit is still golden. So he'll still lose it, but he shouldn't, and it's going to like continue that to where he'll win it
And
somewhere
Shinsuke's had it
else.
for a
All right,
while,
so
too.
I will initial these on here.
But
All right.
I agree. Zayn's been doing fucking incredible.
Mhm, he
I love the
has.
dude.
Conspiracy theory.
All right, so there we go. We have one to Edge versus Miz.
The Miz.
I'm going with Miz.
So am I. He just did the wedding thing.
Yeah.
So
And
I
Edge
mean,
got the upper hand.
Yep.
You
and
got to
so
thank Maurice.
Maurice is going to
Mhm.
fuck Edge out of this
She's
match.
going to be
And bring
the
Beth
mo-
Phoenix
she's
in.
gonna
So
be the
one of two
factor
things
here.
is going to happen. Either she's going to cost Edge this match, or
Yep.
she's going to be attempting to cost Edge this match,
Yep.
and Beth's going to run to the ring, fix it, and Edge is going to somehow win. And
Could
Miz is
either
going to
way.
get pissed off, and somehow we're going to end up getting this again.
Yep. I think it's going to be Maurice is going to cost Edge.
Mhm.
And then on Raw, they'll have a rematch. And then Maurice will try to cost Edge again. And that's when Phoenix will show up and prevent it.
Or
and then
like-
that will
or
lead into
like
the tag team.
Edge goes for the win, or he's about to hit his finisher. Then Maurice either jumps on the rope, or she smacks Edge, or whatever, and then Miz does his move, and it's over. Maurice is playing a big factor. In this,
Oh,
'cause
absolutely.
She's going to cost
Yeah.
Edge.
All right, so let's get these tag ones out of the way. The Usos and New Day,
Oh,
part
boy.
72.
Right?
The Usos. I got the Usos here.
I'm still going with the Usos too.
Usos all day.
Sorry, New Day, but
Becky Lynch
this
Becky
one,
Lynch.
and Liv Morgan. I am
Becky.
also riding with Becky Lynch.
Me too,
This
Becky.
ain't the title I think changes that night.
I agree.
RK Bro and the Street Profits.
RK Bro.
Yeah.
The Bronament.
Bro. They're not losing them yet. They'll lose
I
them.
think these tag team titles have a better chance of being switched than the SmackDown ones do.
Yeah.
Just because they made them go through a tournament. Normally, when they
Sure.
do that, they
Mhm.
tend
Usually
to let them win.
Usually there's a
But,
play out
Like they
there.
were showing tension between Riddle and him,
They
and
did.
now
Now they're
they're
not.
not.
Yeah.
And Riddle's like living his best life. Now he's on NXT.
Yeah.
He's doing whatever the fuck he wants. So yeah,
I think it'd be bad for business to break them up.
Yeah.
So
right now.
right
Right.
now, yeah.
Until if you have Riddle win the Rumble and then Orton gets jealous, that's
down the
when-
line.
Yeah,
But right
Mhm.
now,
no,
They
right
shouldn't
now
lose
should leave
right
it
now.
alone. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Fuck.
I got one different in
This
there.
fucking thing gonna come down to Shinsuke Nakamura, and the match ain't even announced yet.
She's got a briefcase.
Who cares?
You do, obviously.
Biggie,
This one is very difficult.
Bobby Lashley,
This one's tough.
Kevin Owens, and Seth freaking Rollins is now his.
I saw that.
official
It's like
name.
his official name, like
Freaking
randomly.
Rollins.
That's so weird, though.
This is tough between. I'm stuck between two people. It's hard.
All right.
That title ain't changing.
No Lashley.
No, Lashley's out. So we got Biggie, Kevin, and Seth.
It's Biggie. Biggie all day. That title's not changing at day one. The first new pay-per-view.
So if they do this pay-per-view and we have no title changes again,
Yeah. That's been the 2021 trend.
2021's over.
Yeah, well, it will be. But
Mhm.
yeah,
I'm going with KO.
I hope so. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right.
I'm
But
gonna be different with you. I'm gonna go Seth. At least we're all. I'm
Yeah, I'm going
because
KO.
Seth always has something up his sleeve though. He's
I
got
like
freaking
that.
Rollins.
so you're going with KO. You're going with Seth. This is what's gonna come down to. I'm sticking with
I
Big
would be
E.
happy
You're
if it
going
was
Big
KO
E.
or Seth or Biggie. Honestly,
Ron's going to.
I hope
Or Lash-
Josh is right.
Watch Lashley win.
Well, and I want it, and I want it because
yeah.
they're making such a big deal about him being in it.
yeah,
I think he has a bigger chance of winning than Rollins or
See,
KO.
I think Kevin Owens wins off of Lashley. Like Lashley's cleaning house. Like
Yeah.
Lashley's
And
going to have
that's
that
why,
point in the
like,
match.
he wins because
and
of
then he
Lashley.
throws like Lashley out and pins Seth, and that
I would like that.
like that's gonna
Yeah.
make Seth be pissed. We're on the same team, bro.
Sure.
but they were a high five.
And,
the other
and
one.
they've been working so hard to get Lashley out of it, and for him,
Yep.
for his factor to
Mhm.
be why Owens wins
Yes,
would be a
yeah,
fun little
that-
thing.
and
I love it.
that's- and
I
that
love it.
Sets this up going forward.
Sure, I would love it.
And then
Yeah.
Big E's chasing.
Yep.
Yep.
And then watch it. Then I'd be cool with him going to win the fuck. Like, dude, god damn it, I lost my spell already. Then he goes and wins the Rumble,
That'd be
He
fun.
could,
and
yeah.
then he's like, "All right, bitch, I'll see you at Mania. You three fight it out."
I'd like that.
He could do. Yeah.
All right, start the new year with some different fucking.
Finally,
picks.
that's actually a big difference. We're all three different on a
Yeah, so
on
Yeah.
a four-way
the
match.
Shinsuke match is not listed on the match card yet,
It might still be though.
but I swore on SmackDown they
It
said
should be because they won the match, number one contender match.
because I'm pretty sure I thought Pierce said, yeah, fucking day one, you'll get your title match. It is listed.
No,
Is it-
Sorry, sometimes it's some places it's listed, some places it's not.
That's probably listed.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's there.
Rappers who?
The Mingos are gonna be there to
Who
sing.
the heck are they?
I don't know, some rappers.
Mingos? What a name.
I don't know.
All right.
No offense,
Day one. So that is Saturday.
Ish.
That is this Saturday.
This Saturday, and I'll be watching. I know Danae has her friend coming over. Anna, what up? She's coming over. They're doing the Harry Potter thing. I'm gonna be watching day one ish after playing PlayStation all day. I'm very excited about it.
All right. That is day one. So let's move on to the end of 2021 into 2022.
What do you all guys want to see next year? 2022. Now, 2022 could be a big year because it could be the year we transition away from the COVID bullshit.
I'm hoping.
I hope so.
It's going to be the first full year since COVID that fans are back. They just came back this year. So, 2022 could be a hopeful year for the human species. Granted, it could be bad too because COVID could come back and kill us all. Who knows? We've all seen
One
Terminator.
of the two.
So-
One of the two. Yep.
I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think people are kind of done. I don't think the We don't care anymore. We'll just keep getting sick. Nobody gives a shit.
We're doing all,
It's like, if I
we're
get
doing all
sick,
we can do.
Do I even know if I have it?
Yeah, I will say, dude, I got the Delta last month, and it kicked my ass for 2 weeks. So that was not fun. But I've heard the Omicron, however you pronounce it, is not as bad as Delta. So
Yeah, like
That's
the
hopeful.
football, the athletes that are getting it are like pretty not even very symptomatic or anything.
So that's
They're like,
hopeful.
Why am I not fucking playing?
yeah, it kind of makes sense too,
Mhm.
because the more it evolves, the more you get used to it, and the more your body evolves to it, right? Is that
Mhm.
science? I don't know, I never did it well in science class, but I feel like it makes sense to get less and
It
less.
sounds like science.
Yeah,
it
sounds
does.
good.
Mhm.
I'll go with it.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
How about the RSH champion goes
Go right-
first?
Go right ahead.
So much pressure.
Your last time being champ. I mean, no pressure.
This potentially could be Josh's last night as the 570
Not
whatever
what
fucking
Paul
day it
Heyman
is.
would say no spoilers here, but hate to spoil
All
it,
right.
but
That's a prediction.
5 things I want to see next year. Walter. to
Oh,
the main roster.
I like that.
Got that on mine too.
So
I like
this
that.
feels like this could be an ending for him in NXT, the way they're approaching it. Him feuding with Riddle. Maybe Imperium loses those tag titles and
They
goes
go
up to Raw and
with
starts
them.
feuding
Yep.
with RK Bro, which
I
leads
like
to
that.
Walter versus fucking Randy Orton.
Wow.
And
Wow,
then
that's a
Walter
good
gets
one.
integrated in there. He's in the Rumble.
Yeah,
So I think it's interesting that they're having Riddle still hang out down there.
that is interesting. I didn't know he was. That's
Oh my
kind of
Yeah.
God, you're number 4.
that's cool.
Number 4, Cody Rhodes retiring. Cruzy, I'm sorry, but
I
I,
like
really
that too.
aren't. But Cody
Me
Rhodes
too.
and his
Oh, that's funny.
black bitch wife, as she called herself last night.
She
Her
said-
words. Her
She
words.
said she
Yeah.
was a black
She
bitch.
did.
Yes,
she
she
did
did.
last night. Yeah, she did.
He said that what's the dude's name? Dan Lambert said, I'm
Yeah.
a black belt. She said, I'm a black bitch.
I guess.
So
That's
yeah.
not 2021
Yeah.
language.
She did say that.
So Cody Rhodes retiring will be great for all of
What about the
wrestling
TNT
because
title? He has-
AEW fans are already booing him.
The only thing I would say with Cody Rhodes right now is he could be a
Don't
really.
be caught off guard. You knew I was going there.
Yeah, I knew you were.
I just said black bitch. That threw me off. He could be a really good person to hate. You have to
Yeah.
have somebody to hate,
Yep.
and he's on that path that you just have to watch him get destroyed by everybody.
Mhm.
So him retiring might not be best for business because of the hate factor. I would say if the Young Bucks left, that'd be good for business.
Them too.
Uh,
They
but-
can go with Cody.
But Cody becoming the fucking person, like in the late '90s, early 2000s, I hated Triple H. I had to watch The Rock or Stone Cold beat up Triple H.
Mhm.
Cody could be that person if he lets himself get beat. I'm not sure that's going to happen though, because he thinks he's the fucking
He does.
god of wrestling.
Or as he says to Triple H, he acts like he's Triple H.
He thinks he is.
I
doesn't
know he really does.
Fucking idiot.
He is an idiot.
He
for that.
used a sledgehammer and he
Mhm.
broke a fucking throne chair with the same symbol Triple H uses and says, "Oh, that was a jump Triple H." Yeah, it fucking was.
Yeah, he acts like he's Triple H. He really does.
That'd be like me saying, "Just bring it." And I'm not ripping off The Rock.
I'm
I
sure,
thought
I'm
of
sure
that.
he'll copy The Rock next.
It's like that's just admit it when you do it. Like if you copy people or do whatever, that's
Gosh.
fine. Just admit it. If you take a jab at somebody, admit you did it. That was
Right.
fucking a jab at Triple H.
Jeez.
That's fine. But admit it. Don't be a pussy
Yeah,
about it.
because she told Dan Lambert, she said, "Oh, look at you out here trying to be Paul Heyman,"
She did.
and he goes, "I'm more of a Jim Cornette guy."
She brought up Paul Heyman.
Yeah, it's
She
like
did,
it's
yeah.
like they just can't help. It's annoying because it's the one. I
Mm-hmm.
was bored. I was like, I got it saved in my library on YouTube TV so she can watch
Because
it.
of me, yeah.
So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll turn it on. Maybe it's 10-man tag that's
God.
fucking super kicks and
That sounds
shit
chaotic.
everywhere.
That's all it is.
Then
yeah.
Jericho comes out it's whatever.
10-man tags shouldn't have
We'll
happened.
stick with AEW. Their fan base needs to become more intelligent.
I agree.
I'm sick of arguing with you people on Twitter. In 2022, I'm going to be a better person and stop.
I think that goes both ways, honestly.
I do not.
I think
This is my list.
that's fair. Good point.
Fuck them.
Here's your list.
That is your list.
These fucking people. Now, if you
Oh,
have
God.
WWE fans becoming smart on your list, that's yours.
That's fair.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Like, you still can't hit a million. You're bidding. Look, they barely hit 1 million views. They signed 27 former WWE superstars in
that's a lot.
2021.
That's a lot.
The other 3 that weren't out of the 30 they signed, Big Show, Mark Henry,
Good
and some
job.
backstage announcer that
But
were all with WWE.
To be fair, they weren't signed on to be wrestlers. They were
They
signed on
just
to do other
signed
things.
Mercedes Martinez,
They did,
Kyle
last
O'Reilly,
night.
and are trying to get
Mhm.
Johnny Gargano. Like,
Yeah,
they're
they
not
are.
even done yet.
I think that's fine though, because those guys are still active wrestlers. Like
So now they have a 382 person roster.
yeah,
Look at
it's
their
a lot.
women's roster.
Look.
It's a still.
And it's still a
Just get
joke.
smarter.
It is, yeah.
You're right.
It's still a
Like-
joke.
Your Friday night show is not very good.
I don't watch it.
It's not that good.
Now
Yeah.
watch when SmackDown's top 10 moments of 2021 gets more viewership than Rampage
Mhm.
does.
Well, there's
When
reasons for
WWE
that.
has made it clear that it's just a special, and it's on FS1. So if this show goes to FS1 and beats Rampage,
It might. I mean, it's very possible.
It is, yeah.
remember AEW beat them when their SmackDown was on FS1. Just get smarter.
Yeah.
The ratings and shit, it's over your guys' head.
Yeah, I really hate the hardcore WWE guys. Like I hate both. I
You
hate.
know who to
I hate
blame for
both.
this rating shit? Meltzer.
Yeah, he loves that.
I never
shit,
heard
man.
about ratings until fucking AEW became a thing.
Well, that's how he
Mhm.
stays relevant. He fucking causes shit on the Twitterverse. But you know, you're not wrong when you talk shit about the hardcore AEW fans who only praise everything AEW does and hates everything WWE does. And you know, I hate both. I hate hardcore one-sided things, and that's just in anything, you know. But they both piss me off. It's like, just shut the fuck up. Like, yeah, you love AEW, that's fine, love it, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there's shit they do that sucks.
Sure.
Like-
I mean, fucking every Raw, every SmackDown, every Dynamite, every
I
Rampage
thought
has
this
shitty stuff.
Dynamite fucking honeymoon stage would be over by now,
Yeah.
though.
I mean, sure. And it's just like, you know, my favorite show was Smallville. It had shitty episodes. You have to admit that to have like a valid argument. You have to admit that not everything's fucking perfect.
I can't lie. I was
Right.
hoping Bennett or Cruzy was watching when I put out this. For AW fans being smarter.
Well, we don't have either of those two,
I
but we
know.
do have this guy. Whatever the fuck
I'm
that
afraid
is.
that is. Oh boy, now.
His name looks like the next name of the variant.
If it's a link, don't click on it. But
Oh, that's our YouTube people.
yeah.
Oh,
All right.
That's our
I
YouTube
think
guy.
that's code for he wants Cody to retire as well.
Yeah, dude, Cody sucks.
We'll just take it that way.
All right, we'll go to number 2.
Oh, boy.
I want general managers back on Raw and
I do
SmackDown.
too.
Can't argue with that at all.
I do too.
This cute little thing with Pierce and Sonya is fine. Sonya needs to get back in the ring. Pierce can stay.
Absolutely.
Pierce is cool.
He is.
Pierce can stay on SmackDown. I feel that's where he spends most of his time.
Sure.
I want them to be a GM again. I want Raw Roulette and shit back. I want all those
Mhm.
cool
I do
shows that you. I want old
I
school
agree,
Raw. I want all
I agree.
all the cool shit that you do with the GM.
Yeah.
The next fucking draft they inevitably do. I want 2 general managers picking it. I don't want Sonya and Adam picking for both. It makes no fuck. It's like Bill Belichick drafting for his team and the Dolphins. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, I'm just gonna pick for everybody because
That's best for business. Yeah, I agree
like,
with that,
bring
man.
back an Eric Bischoff.
Yep.
I want to like that's just one idea. There's plenty of other people you can bring back. Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
He can't
would
wrestle
be-
anymore.
He'd be
Great
a good fit.
He's
Yeah.
Great at it.
he's training right now. William Regal's been great in NXT
Oh, God,
since
yeah.
it's
Bring him back.
2.0 now. Put him on fucking Raw.
And he's been a Raw GM in the past.
yeah, like
Yeah.
And like, you know,
Mhm.
granted, yeah, it might have been, 18 years ago, but
they
he
haven't
can,
had it.
but he
I'll
can still
take-
do it. It still works.
Riddle said on the bump that he's like, bring back the anonymous Raw general manager.
No,
Like,
the computer.
look,
oh my
I
God.
want GM's back.
I do
and I
too.
want Sonya out of that role,
Me
which you
too.
guys will talk about her enough, which is why I left her off my
Yep.
list.
No, she's so smoking. But yeah, I hated the anonymous GM. I hated that. don't bring that
I
back
love
up.
that. Hey,
Baby,
your
Michael
boy The
Cole
Rock
reads
put
it.
that shit over. I have to
Yeah.
look up what year that was.
2010 to 11, probably.
Yeah,
It's
GMs.
spelled anonymous.
I don't know, but I want to say it was 2011 or 2010.
The shows are a lot
Oh, there's a
better.
ringtone for sell for it for
Oh my God.
The
$2.99.
bidding.
June 21st to June 21st of 2010 to July 18th of 2011.
It was. See,
So,
I fucking called that,
they
didn't I?
went through a road to WrestleMania with a fucking computer as their GM.
And what was said about that was the anonymous GM was actually better than, because what preceded
Mhm.
that was the celebrity GM,
Oh, every week.
and the anonymous is what ended
I
that.
saw a clip of Chris Jericho
With
with
Bob
Bob
Barker. That's I remember I
The
watched
other
that
day.
live. I remember watching that shit live
Yeah,
with
it
my
was so
college
fucking
roommates.
funny. He said,
Yeah.
"Christopher, you seem very upset. Why don't you go settle down before I call your mother?" Jericho's just like, "You motherfucker."
And, Bob Barker's just like saying shit. He's like,
Yeah, to me, the shows Raw and SmackDown with GMs, someone being in charge,
No, it's
the
classic.
shows go the right way, and
it's
a lot better.
kind of like, you're talking about that documentary, we brought that up earlier, with the what made the ruthless aggression era different from the Attitude era was the same stuff that they could bring back now because they stopped doing it. Bring it back.
It's been gone for so long.
I know.
When's the last time we saw Raw Roulette?
Sure.
Yeah,
Or
Like,
yeah.
anything like that?
absolutely.
Do
And
a Cyber Monday where it's like you can vote Like,
and they
I
were
remember that.
and they were ahead of their time back then because that's 2002.
now you're in the era where you can do it.
But now
Mhm.
you
people
can see Twitter trends,
and people would like
you
it.
can release that shit like a week early, follow the trends, actually get
Mhm.
real data of what they want.
People would like it, and they said, the reason they said they stopped doing it was because people want to know what they're going to get. People don't like having that decision, but do it. People
Give
would
the
like
people
that.
what they want.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean,
People power.
I'm pivoting. I'm
People
going
power.
back to number three.
John
Fuck
Laurinaitis-
AEW
John
fans.
Laurinaitis was a general manager.
you're not done talking shit yet.
People power.
I'm ready for AEW talent to start jumping ship to WWE.
It will happen,
Brian
Yeah.
Cage,
dude.
Will
MJF,
Hobbs.
Yeah.
dude, you'll appreciate
You
this.
see what he said last night?
I
So
watched
now
it.
he's referring to. He said, "I'm MGF. I'm undefeated. I'm on my way to the bidding war of 2024."
Oh my God.
So like he's acknowledging like
Yeah.
if people on the internet are like, is he just saying that out of like
Mhm.
storyline, or is he?
dude.
He
Last
probably
week,
goes to highest bidder.
last week,
He
I was
will.
in a conversation. It wasn't a bad conversation. It was a conversation. I was like, "Oh, MJF is definitely going to go. He'll end up in WWE eventually. He's
Mhm.
young. They got money. It's going to happen. Nobody disagreed with that. That
Nobody
has a
had.
brain.
Yeah,
This jack fuck. He commented, "Oh, you're just a fucking WWE mark. He's never leaving AEW." I'm
must
like,
not.
bro, you need to calm down for one,
Right,
and two.
exactly.
That's just stupid to say that because one, the kid's like what 26 years old.
Mhm.
2
You know,
years.
And I'm not saying that AEW is a bad place to start. I'm sure he's making plenty of money. They're like, well, he's actually making more money in AEW than what WWE offered him, which could be true. But back when WWE offered him that contract, he wasn't as over as he is now, which is thanks to AEW, sure. But he's getting to that fucking level. And when he gets to that fucking level, WWE is going to give him that level of money. And there's just no way MJF will not end up in WWE at some point. It's going to happen. There's no way. So to say, oh, he's never leaving, that's just,
Yeah.
nobody knows anything.
We don't.
We never
A
would
lot
have
of
thought
shit
a
can
lot of
change
stuff.
in 2 years.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
In professional wrestling, ever since Bret Hart came back and fucking hugged HBK in 2010, I always say never in fucking
Right.
professional wrestling.
Mhm.
And there will be times, it's coming up. We're going to see some people from AEW end up in
we will.
We
WWE.
saw there's a lot of contracts that are.
And WWE, they like people who will get over. And after MJF made a good name for himself in AEW. I never knew who he was.
MJF and
So-
Wardlow are like people that Vince would love.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And even Kenny Omega, at some point,
Mhm.
Triple H already talked to him several times. At some point, that dude could end up in WWE
Could,
easily.
yeah.
It's not never say never, man. So
Anything can
and that's the
happen.
problem with AEW fans is
Douchebag on
Wow,
Twitter.
really?
look at that
Josh?
fucking idiot wearing his own shirt
I took that.
with his face on it.
That's a red shirt.
Whatever. But
And he had matching shoes on in that picture.
I do.
But yeah. And that's why people
Yeah,
piss
no.
me off when they're that's why the diehards are annoying. 'Cause they don't understand reality.
don't.
See that tied into it, but I want to, and then I want to see what they say. Like, oh my god,
Yeah,
WWE treats it's like, dude.
they just call you stupid and move on.
Yeah,
They don't
like
really have
there's
an
a
argument.
lot of people
Mhm.
they don't use very good in AEW.
They-
The roster's
Sure.
it's the
It's
same
too-
issue.
I mean, it's too much stuff. I agree. I mean, dude, I love Christian. I don't really see him that often, and I don't really
Hanging out
care.
with Jurassic Boy,
Which I hate. I hate Jurassic
Jungle
Boy.
Boy.
I hate Jurassic. I call him Jurassic
And
Park.
the other guy, whatever his name.
But
Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus.
Tyrannosaurus Rex or something. I don't like those two. So like, I loved Christian at first because he had some
Mhm.
great matches with Kenny
He
Omega,
did.
and then now he's doing this shit. It's like, come
He's
on,
tag
man.
teaming with them every week now.
And number one,
Oh boy.
the Fiend returns to
I like that
challenge
That's a good one.
Roman.
That's a
at
good
some
one.
point.
I want to see the Fiend back.
This
too.
is like Roman survives Brock. The lights go out, and him and Alexa just appear at Mania.
I would
that's,
dig that.
That's your SummerSlam feud leading
Alexa
to the
comes
Rock.
back too.
I wouldn't put
I
that
don't
beyond
throw
reality.
it out that Braun or Bray would not come back.
No,
Take
he
some
would
time
come.
off, mentally chill,
Sure.
do a movie, do whatever. Alexa's
He's one that could come back.
going to be back. I
She
understand
will.
like maybe the Rumble. Alexa
She needs
comes
to come back with her regular gimmick.
Yeah, and then Bray
Me
comes
too.
back and fucking.
They don't need to be together anymore. That needs to be
Bray
done.
can come back and just
Do his own thing.
yeah.
Yep,
She
absolutely.
can come back in the women's rumble.
I'd
I
like to
miss
see
Alexa
that.
Bliss. Like I miss not just because she's so hot. She's so I miss her character before
Mhm.
she was with the Fiend.
Right.
I think she did good for the women's division. I miss it.
My honorable mentions was Elias returning,
I got that
still
one
waiting.
too.
AEW going out of business,
Wow,
And-
you are so nice.
Going out of business in 2022.
me holding the RSH title for another fucking year.
Well,
but
that well.
She's going to prevent that on Saturday.
we shall see.
So
So we'll transition to her top 5 things. It's one of them. Winning the title's not on here, so that's not happening.
because it's not a wish, it's a guarantee.
It's a fact.
5.
You'll just learn. I got Elias
There you
too.
go.
We've all missed Elias. Where the heck's he been?
I have to wait for his hair to grow back.
Dude,
now.
if he doesn't return in
God, I know.
2022, it'd be ridiculous. Like, just fire him at that point.
Like,
Like,
what show is
Jesus.
he gonna
I
be?
say you
What the heck's
debut
he
his
gonna look
new
like?
gimmick at Rumble.
I would agree.
And just see what the fuck happens.
They probably will.
He has no
Yeah.
hair.
They're
or
like,
no
who the
mustache.
fuck is this guy?
Right,
And it's
dude.
Elias.
Yeah.
What if they give him the Brodus Clay gimmick?
Bro, just
Oh,
pterodactyl.
God.
Funkadactyls.
Yeah, he comes out like, I'm not a rock star now.
So he's
Now I'm
gonna.
Mr. Funk.
That'd be rough.
So he's gonna have no hair, no mustache, no guitar because he burnt the guitar. He's just gonna be.
God,
Like,
that character was wasted.
It was.
It was-
God,
it
that
was-
character.
it was
fucking
wasted. Remember we went and saw the show and
Me and her went to the Cincinnati
Yeah.
show where he came out 6 times, kept
Dude,
getting interrupted.
interrupted,
The night
yeah.
his album dropped, and he said, "Fuck you, Tasteway."
He
'Cause
killed
he's
it.
like, it was third in the charts.
He kept coming
Yeah.
out. And kept
He
getting
said, "Everybody,
interrupted.
I'm back. I just passed Post Malone and Taylor Swift on the Pop 100 charts."
Mhm.
Dude's
I was
talent.
like, what the
He was
fuck?
interrupted 6 times.
Yeah,
Dude, it's
and then-
crazy.
And then Lashley powerbomb him off the stage.
That sounds right. You know, that one night on a Raw we talked about before where, like, the entire crowd, I think it was LA, where everybody just hated him.
Mhm.
When he said, "Yes, well, your basketball team."
Yeah, man. Like, that was, that
Him
should,
and KO.
it was.
Yeah.
That right there, that night, Vince should have seen this
You
guy.
got this dude gets legit heat,
Yeah.
but then they fed him to Jackson Riker,
And there was
who
what-
now is with the company anymore.
I
So,
don't, yeah, man.
so they turned Jackson Riker, who's hated by everybody,
Mhm.
for real,
babyface.
for real
Yeah,
reasons.
and
He's a
now he's the
racist,
one. Yeah.
crazy motherfucker.
So they changed him to a babyface, make Elias heel, who people love, and then put Riker over him 3 straight Raws
Yep.
in a row.
Dude, it's so dumb.
And the guy electrocuted Elias too, by the way, in that one of those
It's
matches.
like, what did
Electrocuted
Riker catch Vince doing?
Right, like,
Like-
really?
I mean, Vince is a Trump guy.
Like,
I mean, I don't know.
it was like that made like, Elias had several moments to where
Mhm.
he's the guy.
They put him over Lashley.
They
even though
did.
Lashley beat him up
Yeah,
after
he
the
did.
fact.
I mean, he could have been the next Rock because he's
Yeah.
you know because like you
Let's
know,
not insult
I mean, I'm not saying no. That's a great thing to
That's
say
a terrible thing
because
to
like,
say.
the Rock
'Cause
wasn't
you're
that
bitter
great in
about
the
The
ring,
Rock still.
and you know, and
Rock's
Elias
a-
didn't do a whole lot in the ring, but
Rock's
it
a
was
little pussy.
it was about getting over with the fucking audience, and that's what The
Wow,
Rock
that's
did, and that's what fucking Elias did.
Rock got
And
over
for
with.
some reason, Vince didn't like it. I don't know.
Let's go to 4.
The Rock's awesome.
He said the Rock.
So let's hope we see Elias back. I got Walter. I'm still new a little bit on Walter. I seen him in, I told Josh, like 1 match, but interesting to see him in more matches when he moves up to main roster.
No, I agree with that all day
Him and
long.
Orton all the way. That'll be a great
Look,
match.
it just makes sense. He's already feuding with Riddle now.
Riddle,
Imperium
yep.
loses the belts. MSK's not getting called up anytime soon.
God, no.
They come. Riddle comes like, bro, did you see me on NXT last week kicking ass? And Walter comes out and with his boys like, now we're going to come kick your ass. And Orton's
Yep.
like, oh fuck, here we go. You
Watch
want to
out,
get
Orton.
Walter over quick?
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Have him fight Randy Orton.
Yep.
Poor
there you
Randy
go.
Orton.
I've wanted Walter to join since 2019, so I'm all for it, man.
That would be awesome.
I'm all in.
Yeah, and he's dating a chick that lives in the States, which is why he's living here. So,
Get it?
and I forget her name, but I imagine she'll probably be on the main roster at some point.
Sure.
Also.
And hopefully he's in the Rumble too. I would hope.
Yeah, I would assume.
I
he
would hope
If
so
he-
too.
I would actually prefer that he comes into the Rumble and throws Orton out
I love
That
that.
makes
instead
better
of coming
sense,
to
yeah.
a random Raw.
I do too.
You know what I mean?
I'd love
Like,
Just do something. I mean, you have to get over. You have to do something big.
like he throws Orton out, and Orton's like, I don't know who the fuck this guy thinks he is. And he comes out by himself. He's like,
You better watch.
oh, you're all by yourself, bro. And then his boys, like, they can do it easy.
you have
I
Walter come out and throw them both out,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
and Walter could.
Walter's a freak.
And Chuck's favorite.
Yep.
Uh,
Bailey, she's been out with an injury. They said she's been recovering well. Actually, she's saying
This
on
is
Twitter.
my pick right now to win the Royal Rumble.
Mine, as of now,
I
it's
would.
Bailey.
I would not argue.
So
that.
Bailey,
Yeah.
Charlotte's still champion. She'll be champion, God, forever. It seems like.
Dude, she sucks.
I got
2024.
Bailey. I
Tony
got
Storm ain't gonna
Bailey.
beat her.
I got Bailey, but I want Bailey to return in the women's Rumble. But I had Bailey returning before the Rumble. Like if Charlotte's out in the ring running her mouth, like I've beaten all of you. It's 2022. Who else is left? Her entrance hits. Here comes Bailey.
And Bailey.
And Bailey's like, did you forget 2021 was my year as champion? Did you forget
Bailey
that?
did have a really good 2021. Just unfortunate she blew her knee. Like
She had
in
a
the
good
middle.
first half of 2021.
2021
Yeah.
was
I mean,
her
when
year.
we had no fans. She was funny as hell. Her
She
and
was.
Cole,
She owned it,
her
dude.
and Sasha, like
She
that
kept
was
telling
good.
Cole to shut up. Yeah.
Yeah, she really helped carry that.
So yeah, I have
for
her
a while.
coming back. 2021
I
was
think
her
she's
year.
gonna win the Rumble.
If she
God,
doesn't,
it makes and she has to come back to SmackDown now. Tony Storm's fucking gone. Like Bianca's on Raw.
and you know Charlotte's
need her.
going to be bragging, and then Bailey's. If she doesn't come back before the Rumble, she's going to be in the Rumble.
who else is out? Like Lacey Evans is coming back soon
She-
too.
yeah,
might be
she's
back at the
training,
Rumble.
yeah.
Sonya comes back. They all need to go to Smack. Asuka.
SmackDown. Yeah.
Asuka's been out. She broke her fucking arm or whatever. She could go back to Raw though. Raw isn't
Yeah.
as deep as we think.
No.
Like it's
Uh-huh.
Becky, Liv, then Bianca,
It's like
then
three
like
people.
Doudrop, then
Especially
like
with Tony bouncing.
well, then
Yeah.
Zelina and Carmella are doing okay.
with the tag.
But they're a
titles.
tag team though.
Rhea.
That's
Rhea's
different.
still there.
Nikki-
Okay, Raw might be deeper.
Nikki-
Nikki's sorry, Nikki SH won't be employed by
No,
Raw.
it won't be.
Should be a Rumble.
So yeah, and then obviously, if Bailey would return, she's gonna beat Charlotte. And then
Nikki's gonna be the unfortunate side effect of we let you do what you wanted, it sucks, so you're
I
gone.
agree.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
I
sorry,
agree.
I'm trying to stay positive.
I like.
Sure,
Nick-
sure.
I like
Let's go to
Nikki.
something positive.
Oh, that's not mine too.
The Rock versus Roman.
Nice.
It's be a great match for me.
I mean, that's not gonna carry. It won't be a great match,
Well,
but it'd be a great build.
Yeah, it can't
Okay,
be,
great build.
It
There
can't
we
be a
go.
great match. The Rock can't wrestle.
I mean, neither of them can. So it'd be a
Wow.
great.
Roman can wrestle.
He
Yeah,
can.
Roman
You seen those Superman
They
punches?
both-
Yeah,
wrestle.
that's I can do a Superman punch. That's not wrestling.
When people are like, "You want to fight?" and I do this,
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Well,
Like, that's not what you think.
To me, this would be a
It's not
great
what you-
match. I couldn't pick who's gonna win. Well, probably. I don't know. We won't
If
get
these
ahead
two
of-
fight, Roman's going over. I mean,
I mean, he would have to.
preferably
He would
this
have
isn't
to.
for a title either.
No.
I prefer this straight up to where the believability of either person can win would be there. If it's for the Universal title, you know fucking well the Rock's not taking it
No.
unless he suddenly retires from Hollywood.
He took it from
Which he
CM
will love.
Punk.
Yeah, but he lost it like a month later.
Yep.
This is a Mania match though. He's not going to fight Roman at the Elimination Chamber and then rematch him at Mania.
It was
You know what I
The
mean?
Rock versus Cena, and then the Rock won,
Mhm.
and then the Rock got the title and then lost it to John Cena. So that's what that
You
was.
just
that
want to see
build.
the Rock back in the ring, don't you?
I'm all for Rock Roman. I preferably I just don't want the title involved. That could be
I
used
wouldn't
for
either.
somebody else.
Yep.
I think Drew is going to be the one that takes the strap off of him.
Oh,
Yeah,
I believe that.
I do too.
I think that's what they're waiting for. I think
Get him
Drew's
in-
going to take the strap
Get
off
him
of
his
Roman.
in person,
He
His
will.
moment.
Yep.
Give him his vote. That he
And I'd be
deserves.
fine with it.
Get all this fucking heat on. See, the thing is, if this triple threat that we were talking about last week happens, Drew's not going to get the cheers that he thinks. Brock's fucking over as
He's
hell as
over,
a baby
yeah.
face right now.
No, I
You
agree.
think the fans would rather have Brock win or Drew?
Brock.
Oh, I'll be Brock.
Brock.
Brock's on
I mean,
fucking fire.
he
Unless
is.
Brock somehow realigns with fucking Paul and
boy.
goes bad again.
Oh, boy.
Which
But-
will happen. He's a natural heel. This
but
face
he's doing-
shit's temporary.
They got to let the face shit run
I
for
mean,
a little bit
it's
more.
temporary.
They
though.
do.
But yeah, after the Reigns run, that face shit won't last.
Right.
He's a natural heel. But they're doing a hell of a job.
He's doing very well.
Hopefully, finally, we see this match. Hopefully.
That Moose promo is hilarious.
It was all good. I mean, he's this little farmer gimmick of his. It's
Yeah.
killing it. It's killing it. But they're
Sami Zayn was like, "You dressed like you just got done watching Home Improvement or something." And Brock just looked at him like, "What the fuck you saying to me?"
And he starts
Like,
laughing.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
And Brock's smiling and laughing.
Yeah,
And Brock's like, I'm
It's
trying
like
to
when
kill you.
R-Truth cut the promo on Paul and
I watched
Brock
that.
started laughing.
I watched that a few weeks ago. I was like, back in like 2010 or whatever it
this
was.
podcast. I listened to like,
2012.
I don't think people realize how fucking good Brock is at what he does.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you walk like when Keith Lee walked out to the Rumble and Brock got him over by looking at him and going, "Damn,
Yep,
that's a big guy."
That's the
Like,
thing,
Yeah.
man. Like I've talked some massive shit about Brock Lesnar, but the fact is, he's over.
gets
with the people.
everybody
He
over.
he does.
He's
too.
Yeah.
over.
Number one, I'm feeling you guys both have this.
Yeah, we do. Got Sonya returning to the SmackDown Women's Division.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then gets pushed.
Oh yeah.
She's doing a great job as GM, but it's time for her to move on.
But she's not even they're
I know,
WWE
she's not.
officials.
I know.
If she needs to get back in the ring, they're
She-
hinting towards it.
Dude,
Yeah.
she's like a legit fighter too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's using the Shayna Baszler Natalia shit right now.
And she's feuding with and her Naomi. Please have an actual feud.
Didn't she smack somebody the other night?
Naomi.
Naomi.
Man.
Her Naomi ain't
See, yeah, they
fighting.
need to do that. Get that over with.
Sonya
and then
beat her.
Sonya
Dude, she could legit
probably be a dark.
destroy.
I'm gonna
people.
check the Rumble odds again while you do yours.
And
Because
hey,
I have a feeling they've changed since last week. I'm gonna check them every single week.
Yeah, last week
until
they
the
were all
Rumble
pretty.
happens.
Basically, last week was like basically anybody who's over with the fans, they
Yeah,
could
so
win.
These were updated yesterday, so this should be different.
Won't be Daniel Bryan this year.
God,
He's too busy losing to Hangman every fucking.
He didn't lose. He tied.
No, stop. It's fucking. I'd rather lose. At least it's definite.
You'd rather lose than tie.
Yeah, at least I know.
we could see Sonya in the. We could see
Ask the
Sonya in the
Steelers.
Rumble.
All right.
All right.
Where are our
The
odds?
top five. Seth Rollins. is number
Seth, no,
one.
not Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins.
fucking
That's
Rollins.
his name now, apparently.
Seth fucking Rollins.
You don't have a shirt that says freaking on it.
Omos is second.
Nah, he
I know.
sucks. He's not
The
going to
Rock and AJ Styles are tied for
I could see both of
Me
those.
too.
the next five. The next, I don't know how many there are, but it's KO, Priest, Drew,
Priest?
Roman,
Priest and Riddle, I could see.
This
too.
is the
Riddle,
it says
though.
this is the 2022 Royal Rumble field is open. This is the hardest bet that we've had a play since 2007.
That's good.
That anybody could win this. Drew was a pleasant surprise in 2020, but we had him second.
Do you guys remember the 07 winner?
No.
Batista.
Yeah, Batista.
I don't know. Do you think?
Or was it the
It
Undertaker?
depends what this angle they do with fucking.
It was the Undertaker.
I'm not convinced the KO might not be feeding with Edge.
It was the Undertaker.
I know.
They just did a match at MSG.
I think we're gonna get Styles
They
versus
had a
Edge.
cage match.
I think we're gonna get Styles versus Edge. I think that.
I got Kevin Owens winning the fucking title. It's gonna be this pay-per-view is gonna shake some shit up.
Yeah, that match.
If it stays all bland though, Jesus Christ, that'd be so
if
stupid.
Big E wins, oh boy.
By the way, I said it. Just the 07 winner was the Undertaker. He threw Shawn Michaels all out, and then went on to be Taker versus Batista and HBK versus Shawn Michaels.
So hopefully we get Sonya back
giving out
and
false
they
information.
get Gio
I know.
back. So
I corrected it right away. I retracted right away.
Before Yvonne calls me sexist, these are the new odds for the women's Royal Rumble.
I think Bailey's the fucking number one
she's
pick.
gonna be.
Liv Morgan is 4th. Alexa Bliss is 3rd.
I could. See
I would like that.
Sasha Banks is 2nd,
Oh,
and
God.
Bailey is 1st.
Yep, Bailey.
My money when the time comes. I mean,
Bailey.
we'll see when the time comes. But at this point, it's got to be Bailey.
If I was picking 2, it'd be her or Bliss.
Me too.
Saying
How else do you get Bliss back in the picture? She comes in, goes
You-
after Becky right away.
back to her regular gimmick. Yep.
She'll come back and they're like, "What happened?" She's like, "What do you mean?" Like, it's like it never happened.
Don't worry about it. Yep.
And
It's
she's
over.
back as her regular self, not
Yes.
that
Right,
stupid
exactly.
doll
Like
stuff.
back to
That's-
Alexa
Back to me
Bliss.
watching TV, like, "Damn, Ryan
Finally.
Cabrera."
Or them leather pants.
Oh,
That'd be creepy.
Stop it.
It's guitar.
I just like her with a belt. Like I like how she did the belt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stop
I'm an
it.
Alexa Bliss fan,
Guess
man.
what? Stop.
I mean, she's good looking,
You
but
like
no,
her too.
I legit miss her as a character. Like
I miss
she's.
her.
You're disgusting.
I'm not trying to be creepy about it.
No,
I'm
you like
married.
Shotzi.
I'll
now,
go to
so-
the Firefly Funhouse with her.
You like Shotzi now.
Shotzi's got hot.
All right, guys.
With green hair.
Chuck's top 5 things he would like to see in 2022. We've already talked about
Yep.
Rock versus Reigns. I mean, the story's there. They've been building for it. They've been building it up forever. Survivor Series, they really built it up. We're waiting. It's going to happen,
It will.
and it's going to deliver when it comes to the storytelling. The match itself, it's not going to be great. The
Think about
Rock's,
it, like the biggest match, one of the biggest matches ever was Hogan Rock.
and it wasn't that great.
No, it wasn't a great match.
Uh,
Everybody just remembers like
And same thing with Rock and Cena. The matches weren't that great. It's about this is why it's sports entertainment. It's about the story, and that's why I like professional wrestling. The matches, they're there.
Well, just think every week we talk about like, oh, that match was great, but it's like 2 weeks later, it's like, did it really happen?
Sure, people
You know what I mean?
remember
Like,
the Hogan Rock story more than the match itself. So absolutely. Number 4, I want a Kevin Owens title run. We haven't seen one since 2017, and he lost it to Goldberg. Haven't seen one since. So I say title. We've seen title runs since. I mean a heavyweight title, Universal or WWE, whatever. But a heavyweight title run.
It's time for it.
He
It's
did
time.
awesome back in 17 with Jericho as his buddy. And
See, that's probably why I picked him right now. He's being too featured to
He
not
is,
win
yeah,
this
he
match.
is.
If he was ever going, if he doesn't win it now, I don't know when he will.
sure,
He's hot as like
he's been hot as
he's
fuck.
literally
Mhm.
been on Raw
He
like
has.
every week.
He's been
in
hot
like
as fuck.
4 or 5 segments.
Mhm.
He has.
And him, like you said, him beating Seth somehow betraying him.
Yeah.
Big E don't take the pin, which leaves that still wide fucking open.
Sure.
Mhm.
Lashley don't take the pin, which leaves him as this fucking monster they want him to be.
Sure.
Then you have the betrayal of Seth.
He
and
can do
then
it all.
There you go. And then
He can do it all, dude. He can do it
you
all.
get the KO
Yeah,
title run. You
yep.
get Big E chasing. Everybody wins in this thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Face, Owens is awesome. Heel, Owens is awesome. Anti-hero, which I think is where he
I think
pretty
that's
much
where he's
is.
at right now
Mhm.
Awesome.
because he's getting cheered.
He's comedy. He's serious. I love his fucking pop-up powerbomb onto
Yep.
the fucking apron.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he can do mic. He can do
Mhm.
commentary. He can do
Yeah.
in-ring. Like, he's so good at everything. He's basically, you're going to hate this, but he's basically what CM Punk was when CM Punk was in WWE. But in my opinion, Kevin Owens is fucking better.
Yeah,
Like,
he's not a crybaby bitch.
I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not.
And like Kevin Owens is, in my opinion, the guy. He is the guy.
When he moved to Raw, we were like, "This is exactly where he needed
where
to
he-
go."
that's his show.
When we talked about the 5 superstars that need to move brands, I think we all had him moving back to
KO.
Raw.
When he
Yeah.
re-signed with WWE, I sighed with relief because he is the
I know you fucking
he's the
posted on
pressure.
the RSH fucking Facebook account for like the first time in 3 years.
I know.
I was looking, I was like,
If
who
he
the
left
fuck? I was
out
like, who the fuck posted that? I text you like, is that for real?
yeah.
Then I got on Bleacher Report and I was like, oh shit, he did.
Dude, if he left WB would be harder to watch because he is just a breath of fresh
If
air.
him and
Man.
Zayn would have left, that'd have sucked.
It
Especially
would've.
going to AEW, which would have sucked all the. Just
Yeah.
my opinion. Like
No, I
I feel
agree.
like they both get lost in the
They
shuffle
won't do
over there
anything.
They
too.
would.
I agree.
Mhm.
I mean, so I love Owens and WWE.
They throw him in the bullshit with the Young Bucks and shit
God.
because that's Kevin was
I agree.
fucking friends with him, and then
Yeah.
I know.
Zayn would probably hang out with fucking Orange Cassidy and
Sure.
them
Oh,
and hug
God.
and Trent's mom.
With
And
the best friends.
Honestly, if Owens left, I probably would stop watching Raw. So like, he's why I still watch
how do
Raw.
you feel about the reports that apparently Alberto Del Rio going to AEW is like imminent?
I saw that. I wouldn't watch it. I
Ew,
commented on
gross.
Facebook today. I said if that's true, I'll stop paying attention to it as much.
He said it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Oh,
I
God,
hate-
And then he also came
no.
out today and said he should be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh,
this year at
let's
WrestleMania.
not get
Well,
carried away.
it's, I forget who it was. Somebody made a comment about that though. He's like, "This is just Del Rio saying shit to get
It might be.
hits. Like nobody gives a shit
Yeah,
about
somebody.
Del Rio.
I saw a report where it
He's a
says, like,
rapist, dude.
nobody said that.
No.
Said nobody near any major companies even expressed
Exactly.
interest
He's
yet.
like, so he's expressing interest in these companies, but they're not expressing interest
Exactly.
back.
If
So-
that Tessa Blanchard lady ain't employed just by saying it, like,
Yeah,
crazy
exactly.
stuff, not saying it's cool, but like
Yeah.
she's still not employed to, and she was like beating men's ass
yeah,
in TNA.
Del Rio won't be.
and
Either.
then like Del
Yeah.
Rio's fucking
Being a
and
creepy
he keeps
rapist.
threatening Paige
Yeah, he's a fuck.
online, but whatever.
God.
If he does end up in AEW, I would stop
What
watching.
an idiot.
And it's same thing with WWE. If
You wouldn't be down with Alberto Del Rio versus Andrade. Literally
Yeah.
the same, it'd be like that Spider-Man.
Sounds so
made.
much fun. Yeah.
That's a definitely
A Charlotte on a pole match.
a fast forward.
Number 3. This one's kind of out of nowhere, but I've enjoyed their feud here lately. So I want a return of the bar.
Good.
You think they just turn on that new Rich Holland
'Cause
guy?
They're not just the bar; they are the bar.
That is
or
a
whatever the
good
fuck
point.
they
They
said.
could.
But, you know,
weren't we
good.
there when they
Yeah.
got put together?
We were, and you know, and the way they formed initially because they were enemies and they fought
Mick
over and
Foley's
over.
like
Put
the
'em
best
together.
of 7, right?
Yeah,
That's something I like to see come back too. Why don't they do that?
Yeah,
I
shit
remember
like
when
that.
those used to spread out over like Cena, Booker T for the U.S. title, best
Yeah.
of 7, and then
It's fun.
stretch out for. It's
So-
redundant. And I don't know. Wrestling fans will probably bitch about it, like, "Oh, another fighting again.
Sure.
It's the same 5 moves."
but with these two fools, they're beating the shit out of each other again, which I fucking dig.
yeah.
And they're
Mhm.
great as enemies, and they're great as tag team. So you know, let's do this feud, and then let's have something happen, kind of like when DX reunited in 06, and just have them reform the bar.
What if they bring in Wade Barrett? They reunite the League of Nations,
Oh my god.
Oh,
and they replace
Yeah.
Miro with Rich Holland.
I think Del Rio was in that too, actually, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think we need
Well,
that.
Cesaro would be
I don't-
replacing Del Rio.
I don't think the League of Nations was over. We don't need that.
I want Wade Barrett back in a fucking ring.
I do too.
I would like Wade Barrett back in
Me
the ring.
too.
I would say let's bring back Nexus, except Ryback.
Ryback has done everything in 2021 to make sure that he's never employed
by
ever
anybody
fucking
ever again.
Like he takes shots at everyone.
The only sponsors
He
he's
does.
getting is the sponsor that he created by his product that nobody buys. So
Exactly.
You say Ryback, you know what's funny? I don't know how I feel about Kevin Owens pick anymore. Because Goldberg has 1 match left on his contract. He was on McAfee's show the other day, and I read a couple quotes from it.
Uh-oh.
Big E wants Goldberg.
Ew,
Would
gross.
That-
would they
bad.
do that without the belt? Or would they make Ashley and him fight
Mhm.
without the belt?
Without the
that's a
belt.
good point. Maybe. I
See,
don't know.
I mean, they're like, hey, Biggie, we're taking the strap off you. Oh, fuck, Vince, what the hell?
Like,
But you're getting your
really?
dream of fighting Goldberg at Mania if
Maybe.
you want it.
But like there have to be a story there because like there was a story with Lashley.
I mean, they can make something up.
Yeah.
All you have to do is talk shit about somebody on Twitter, and your
It's that
storyline's
easy.
We'll
already-
just have
like Goldberg, your son needs a shirt. Oh,
just have Big E beat that fucking pussy ass kids.
Oh, boy.
You know, with
wasn't Bobby Lashley beating the shit out of him not enough for you?
well, and the kid was laughing afterwards. Like you're
What
so
a
good at
stupid
this
kid.
job.
You little
Sorry.
bastard, you can't even sell.
I know,
Stupid
unbelievable.
kid, sorry.
Number 2,
Josh will love this one.
the fall
No,
of
this is something
Charlotte
that would be
Flair.
on my list.
I'm
Sick of
surprised
her.
it wasn't.
Tired of her. Same promo, same
Me
bullshit,
too.
same everything. Tired of it. Fall of Charlotte Flair. That's what I want to see in
We're
2020.
sick of the Charlotte
I wanna-
Flair era.
I want to see, and in place of the fall of Charlotte Flair, I want to see the
See where he's
rise
going.
of Sonya Deville.
I agree.
That's what I want. I want Sonya to stay on SmackDown, whoop Charlotte's ass,
Yeah.
take that title, and become the next big thing on SmackDown.
Mhm.
And I think that's where the fucking money is, dude. I
is,
firmly
yeah.
believe that. It's believable because Charlotte's a believable champion because she's ripped and she's big and she's fucking Flair.
Yeah,
But Sonya,
she can throw out that 15, 14, or fucking many times.
Sure.
So you beat her. It's
And Sonya is a
Stop. Don't bring
legit.
that shit back.
And Sonya's a legit fighter.
like,
Yeah, that was annoying. and like Sonya has it, dude. She has the mic abilities.
She does.
She obviously has the in-ring skills because she's a legit fighter. That's what I think should be 2022 when on
agree.
SmackDown, the women's division, is the rise of Sonya Deville.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's it. That's what I got.
Yep.
now fuck y'all.
Love it or hate it.
If it's not Bailey before Rumble, it's gonna be Sonya.
Bailey, I mean, she's believable. I mean,
Yeah.
people like Bailey. If I could see her winning the Rumble and going on to become champion.
Somebody's gonna beat Charlotte there.
But but overall in 2022, I mean, even after WrestleMania, I want Sonya to become the next big thing in the women's division.
Yep.
And she could. She's believable. She's talented. What's the problem?
Nope.
What she could, and she people gravitate to her, I think. I've loved her since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not day one. Actually, I thought she sucked at day one because she still wore that MMA shit. But once she wore that MMA shit and became a professional wrestler and not an MMA fighter, that's when I started gravitating towards her. And funny enough, that's when Brock Lesnar kind of got good again, when he got rid of his MMA shit with his shorts with Jimmy John's on it and became just himself. So, I think that's what I hate most is when people try to incorporate other sports into WWE. Professional wrestling is not boxing. It's not MMA. It's not football. It's professional wrestling. And when you embrace that, people love it because that's what
Rousey's
we're
back
going to
in
be fans.
2022.
God, I hope not.
I hope not. People did like her. I wasn't one of them, but people did.
Natty said that.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna happen.
I mean, I believe it.
No.
Yeah, she had her kid. She's all happy, and she, to her credit, when she was there, she did well.
She did.
She was there weekly, and she had decent matches, so she wasn't the worst. When she was there, but I still hate the part-time shit at the end of the day.
But Rhonda, don't hurry back.
And she's not a professional wrestler,
No.
so I mean that's just what it
wouldn't be
is.
happy for that, but don't hurry back.
But you was a
pretty
professional wrestler.
solid first run.
It was
She
fun.
helped make the She helped
She
make
made
that main event more like mainstream.
even
know what
though
I
they
mean?
botched the shit out of it. But
Yeah.
they did help. She did help make the women's division a main event division.
Mhm.
Absolutely, can't argue that. Even though they, like I said, botched it badly.
They did.
but that's I'd botch it too. I'm not fucking professional. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so I'm not trying to talk shit. But I want Sonya Deville.
Mhm.
That's who I want in the women's division main eventing.
I agree.
I'm over Charlotte. I'm over Becky Lynch.
Me too.
I kind of miss Bailey. I hate to say it, but she was entertaining when she went heel. I miss Alexa Bliss in the Alexa Bliss role, not the Fiend shit. So that's what we need because I'm kind of over it. I think the women's division right now is kind of stale. It's been the same people over and over
Yeah,
again.
it is. That's all I was telling Josh earlier.
And so it's
is.
time to
It's
mix
like
it up.
beyond-
Time for a new
Bianca.
change.
Yeah, people like Dewdrop and shit too that have potential.
Sure.
They got the rights to her old name back, so hopefully that happens.
Thanks.
Sure. So yeah,
It's time for a change for the women's division.
and I think Sonya Deville could be that change.
Mhm. Absolutely.
So, yep. That's what we got for 2022. What do you guys have for 2022? We would love to hear it. We're on
The
Twitter.
only thing that we need to have happen going into 2022 is Michigan fucking beating Georgia.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I really hope they do. And I hope, and all of my OSU fans agree that they want Michigan to win because they're just supporting the Big Ten at that point. So that's good
And,
too.
apparently, your Ohio State friends have more common sense than the people that I fucking.
Well, that's just crazy. That'd be like me like in an AEW versus WWE wanting like a AEW guy to beat Brock Lesnar because I still prefer it to be at the end of the day. So
They just Ohio State fans are so fucking stupid.
they really are. I'm not
Like,
arguing with
it's
that at
them-
all.
And like I have a friend who's a Steelers fan and an Ohio State fan, and
Oh,
it's like just go
God.
die somewhere, please. Like,
Yeah, those
I'm
are the
done. I'm
worst.
over you.
Steelers fan. Ooh.
He likes both. It's like
Ew.
how the fuck can you like Pittsburgh? But it is Ben Roethlisberger's probably last game as a Steeler, so that's fucking.
Hopefully
awesome.
he just retires.
That is awesome.
That's fucking amazing. Fuck Ben Roethlisberger.
He is the worst.
But anyway, Happy New Year.
Yeah, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap up RSH this week. So it is the last RSH of 2021. It's a big deal. Will it be the last week that Yvonne is the briefcase holder?
Yep.
Is it the last week that Josh is the RSH champion?
Probably.
Or will we be back 1 week from tonight and maybe I'm holding the title? Maybe she's still holding the briefcase. Or
I'm holding the title and the briefcase.
if the wrestling gods love me enough, I'll be holding the title and she won't be holding the briefcase. She'll cash it in and I'll still beat them both. That's what I'm gunning
She went to
for.
Carlisle. She wasn't very good at math.
You went to Middletown, I wouldn't be talking.
Math is hard.
Yeah, math is hard.
It is hard.
And I just scheduled next week's episode.
Oh, there
we're
we
already gonna
go.
schedule next week.
He's working.
Day 1, Fallout, like Chuck said, who's champ, and then our top 5 most overrated wrestlers of all time.
John Cena,
He's-
Roman Reigns.
I will not enter that on here.
You got Shawn Michaels.
Either of those.
If you put in HBK, I'm putting in fucking John Cena.
That's what you get.
That's fair. I forget who I had. We did this a couple weeks ago, but then we couldn't do the show.
Yeah,
I have
internet
to
went
get
down
my
or some
notes
shit.
back somehow.
So
Stupid.
yeah, 2022.
Mhm.
And thank you to Kana Kawinaba for tuning in from YouTube.
Don't hit his link. Don't hit his link.
If he sent you a link and asked you for
Don't
Bitcoin,
open it.
please do not
Don't open
click on it. The Bitcoin is not real.
And if you do, we're not liable.
RSH does not condone anything that happens.
We are
Anything
not
you click
responsible.
or add on your mobile device or computer is your own fault. And check out Working Fans. They're doing their breakdown of this shit this week.
Are they? That's cool. Yeah, working for
They're
cool.
doing day 1 on Saturday at 1:00.
Like right before it airs, man.
Yeah, it's what 7. Yeah, so Saturdays are the pay-per-views.
Oh
So, yeah.
shit! Well, maybe I'll comment and maybe I'll watch that shit live. Since I'll be free, man. I'll watch that shit live. Maybe I'll
either
comment.
be sulking or celebrating still.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
If
fair.
Michigan loses, I'll be sulking.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're not sulking. So I want Michigan to win, and I want OSU or
Well,
I want That's not right. I want UC to win, and I want it to be Michigan versus
So
UC.
if that happens, I think they play Monday night.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Michigan loses, you'll be upset, but when you lose your title, you're gonna be more upset. So.
If Michigan loses and I lose my title the day after, I'll fucking freak the fuck out.
Let's
Let's not even try to speak that shit into existence.
Josh, we'll
please.
see
Yeah,
how
that
happy you
happens
are
too.
in 2022 when you come
So
back.
KO, it's all on you.
Seth,
Come
it's
on,
you.
Kevin Owens.
So
If KO don't, if KO loses, I'll be like, man, I didn't want them to re-sign you anyway. Fuck
See,
you.
Abby, I'm in the case where if Kevin Owens wins, I'll still lose, but I'll be happy about it. I still want Kevin Owens to win. I just don't see it happening. So hopefully I'm wrong, which I'm
Come
wrong a
on,
lot.
Seth.
So that's
Come on,
cool.
Seth
And
freaking
just remember,
Rollins.
with COVID, this card subject
Sure.
is to fucking change. So does Roman versus Brock happen?
Mhm.
Who
Sure,
fucking
sure.
knows at this
Yeah, at
point?
this point with
They got to
Roman
be really
Reigns,
safe with Roman.
Yeah,
So-
they
But-
do. Yep.
you'll have to drop that title again if he decides to bounce
Yeah, for
because
no
of COVID.
fucking with
Mhm.
no explanation.
Oh, this is an
Last one,
explanation.
they're like, oh, Braun. I think it'd be funny if Roman drops it and then like Braun Strowman comes back and
Oh,
replaces him
God.
again. Like, oh, it's Brock and Braun again.
He's got a new look apparently.
Yeah. He's dating a chick on NXT.
Get it? All right, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the show. It is the last one of 2021. Be here for next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the first show of 2022. Will there be a new champion? I don't know. Neither-
I'm adding my 7 days on here already.
I like it. It'll be
585.
it'll be the what is it? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It'll be the 4th day of the first week of 2021 and the first RSH after day 1.
Mhm.
Is that math? I don't fucking know. Might be the 5th day.
That's Steiner math.
It is.
33.3%.
It was the 4th day of the week. It'll be the 5th day of the year after day 1 of W. I don't fucking know. All right, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the show. If you didn't, fuck off. That's on you. And until next time, continue to fear regularly scheduled hostilities.
Where the fuck is the start menu on this update?